Okay, so I just wanted to show this in kind of a real world environment, so to speak. This is the real world environment. I'm even using actual, my hands and stuff to move everything around. The reason I wanted to show this is because this is kind of why I consider it a real world environment, is that I don't have any fancy lights or anything per se. I literally only have one light turned on and stuff. I don't have any fancy overhead lights. We can, of course, go back in here, but I want to also show you guys this. Give you an idea of what the screens will look like. Let's open up the library as well. As we can see, the library of games opened up as well. We might want to move this down a bit if we can. Move it down a bit. Yep, there we go. We have window there. I think we can open up one more window, maybe. Okay, so yeah, we can. Can we move this farther down? That would be lovely. Yes. We can move this down. Now can we move this up is the question. Okay, let's see. Move this about here. And we want this to be oh yeah, okay. I guess that wasn't substantial enough of a move. Okay. And then we want to move this a little bit over here, I guess. Oh, we can move it in different space, right? Okay, there we go. But this is kind of the main thing, so we move this along with this. Okay, there we go. So we have that window there to control our setting, that window there to look in our apps. Now, if we look closely, if we go over to general, you guys will see something interesting, which is that I am on V78, but I still have the regular I believe it's called the Navigator. I don't have access to the Navigator yet, which is interesting. Now we can get out of pass-through mode and go back to this mode, and then we have everything just perfectly normal. If we want to, we could close this. We could close this, of course, if we want to. We could even close, well, we minimized that. We didn't close it. Okay, but if we actually want to close it, I don't know. I think these are easy overall to close from the bottom, but I kind of miss closing from the top. And then that just brings us into there. Now we can do a flatten mode if we want, or non-flatten mode, which I'll be honest, I do actually kind of like quite a bit. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Games. I mean, this is kind of a real world look, as you will. Let's see. As we got to see, some of these games do show us like a little bit of a scene within a scene. This game does not. It's okay though. Not every game has to show us every little thing, guys. We don't need every game to show us the coolness, but you'd think at least the top sellers do, right? I mean, but I Am Cat is a top seller, but it doesn't show us nothing. Now, what I mean by show us stuff is this little scenery that you get by looking around. Yeah, and looking around, you got the full scenery. In case you're wondering how I'm even doing this and still talking to you guys, I'm using my wireless mic. I know you guys don't get to hear me use it a lot because I'm not usually around about and stuff. My secret is I usually say mostly in front of the computer, so I usually don't have to do the whole wireless mic thing because I'm usually facing. Now, my earlier videos, when I first got this headset, you could barely hear me because I was getting turned around left and right. Didn't even realize I was getting turned around. But yeah, I digress. I talk about that in one of my other videos. If you want me to if you want to hear a full video on how things have changed for me in general since I got the VR headset and even since I got this wireless mic, which I don't use a lot, but I feel like when I use it, it is worth it. So, yeah. I'm actually going to end up this video here because I feel like we're going a bit too far off the rail. Like I said, I'm using my hand, I'm not using the controller. Actually, this is a top seller, so you'd think that we could get like a roundabout view of, you know, nope, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that kind of pixelated, very pixelated. I think I'm going to leave this area right now. I didn't expect it to be that pixelated. I don't know. I actually will have to try 8-bit games in VR because I feel like 8-bit games in VR won't be that pixelated. I could be wrong though. See, this isn't pixelated much at all. I mean, you can see a little pixels if you pay attention to the thing, but that looks nice. That looks nice, actually. I don't know, I might feel some type of way at that. I'm literally looking at the ground and my eyes say that I'm going to fall. So I'm going to end this here, okay? I'm going to end this here. And yeah, with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.